Hello, hello, and welcome back. I am Maester Aelix, and this is ShadowRun Returns Dragonfall. And we are right back where we left off here, outside of our base, in the proper Kurtz Bazaar. Uh, if I'm mangling that name, someone please correct me. Anyway, uh, so let's see, we have Mallet over here, and let's see, we got this big guy there. And we have to go over there, but in true explore the everything fashion. Let's see. Oh, donation soup kitchen. I'm not surprised. Altruism often comes with an expiration date. Ah. What is over here? The U-Bahn platform. Ah. Well, it doesn't look like we need to be here. Our base is part of a U-Bahn platform. Samuel Blackenbauer. Well, let's talk to this person. At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but there is kindness in his eyes. Guten Tag, dwarf. Can I help you with something? I couldn't help you overhearing your conversation. I take it you ran a charity of some sort? He nods. Yes, it isn't much, but we do what we can. Such as? Give me specifics. He clears his throat, then begins to count off on his fingers. In the past several years, I have established a shelter where the dispossessed can sleep, a soup kitchen to feed the hungry, and a library for the people of Kurtz Bazaar to better themselves. It isn't much, I admit, but it's a start. A good start, Samuel. You mustn't be so hard on yourself. There are limits to what even a determined man, can accomplish, says volunteer worker. Samuel Brackenbauer, this is true. He nods to the orc at his side. Thankfully, some of the residents have helped me over the years and have come back around to help me. Or I've helped over the years. I've got 15 assorted orcs and trolls from all around the Kurtz Bazaar working for me now. They help me man the soup lines, stock the library shelves, and to do all the hundreds of other little things that a community organization needs done every day. These extraordinary individuals are living proof that what we do here has value. They are my inspiration to continue forward. She beams at the compliment. From her body language, it's clear she idolizes Beckenbauer. Now, do you have any more questions? If not, I will bid you good day. I don't want to sound self-important or rude, but there are many pressing matters that demand my attention. Let's see. 15 assorted orc trolls that mean that other races aren't welcome within your organization? That's taking a rather narrow view of what we do. Yes, it is true that my assistants are all members of the goblinoid races. It's also true that before they accepted my help, they were thieves, gangers, and deadbeats. This is not because they were bad people. This is because those with goblinoid traits are feared, mistreated, and denied gainful employment by a society that hates us. I hire only goblinoids because mainstream human society has created a need for me to hire only goblinoids. The orcs and trolls of the Kurtz Bazaar deserve a workplace where they can be treated with dignity and respect. All that being said, our services are available to all. We wouldn't turn a desperate person away, regardless of what that person's metatype. Even humans, the most privileged of all races, are welcome and adored. Isn't that what's most important? Yeah, I'll just agree with you for now. I'd like to talk about your organization. Are you accepting donations? Yes, of course. We actually are desperate for them, truth be told. People seemed more intent on taking care of themselves when they are providing for the less fortunate. Of course, these concepts are not unrelated. A poverty rates increase, so does crime rates. Assisting the needy increases the quality of life for all. Let's see. In any event, our shelter has some basic needs desperately need to be filled. The walls of the shelter are not insulated. New blankets will go a long way towards keeping our guests healthy and comfortable. Ideally, we'd like to purchase some space heaters as well. With 250 yen, we can make such purchases. Whatever we could spare would be much appreciated. Here you go. Take what you need. I've got you covered. His eyes widen. This is incredibly generous. Thank you, mein Fräulein. Or Fraulein. With this donation, we've reached our first goal. Thank you so much for your kind assistance. I'll put your contribution to work stocking the shelter with blankets and heaters. Please, do not downplay your contribution. You've shown kindness in a time when few others will. That means something, a great deal. Alright, well, let's talk about something else. I'm just passing by. Oh, that's nice. Who's Lane? Before you stands a troll, though it is a stretch to say he is standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by two vintage prosthetic legs, along with a crutch under one arm. His body clinks and hums with every shift and weight. Despite the disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you? If you know Monica. Sure I know Monica. You one of hers then? Yeah, there's something you should know about Monica. Something happened to her on the run? I'm afraid so. There have already been whispers. I had a feeling. Besides, Monica almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue, and now there's you in her place, so she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it? I'm afraid she's gone. The grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain and lets loose a heavy sigh. Now that's a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. I'm Aiduken, by the way. Good to meet you, Aiduken. Name's, Alexi Lane. What's your place in the Kurtz Bazaar? No place really? Just an old relic rusting away. I guess I'll leave you be then. Good to know. Good to know. Get to know our neighbors. Oh. Who's this? Simi. Warming herself in the dim light of a dying street lamp is a waif of a girl who looks far too worn for her years. The clothes she wears suggest the oldest profession, and the fog in her eyes suggests habits that demands such a line of work. The Mother Superior. She says there will be 7 for me to care for. I need to see them. 7 what? What do you have to care for? The captain's children. The Mother Superior says there are 7. She says I'm going to be governess to the children. You notice a chipjack poking out beneath the young woman's unruly hair. The vacant look in her eyes marks her as a likely BLT junkie, lost between reality and a number of better-than-life virtual constructs. I need money to get back to them. Do you know Monica? Monica? Is she the one of the sisters at the Abbey? No, wait. Monica! A flicker of recognition fights through the haze in the young woman's eyes. Yes, Monica, she's good to me. Brings me food to eat and tea to drink. I'm afraid I have some bad news. Despite the woman's persistent delirium, she seems to glean meaning from your tone. She died? I'm sorry, she did. The girl grips her head with claw-like hands, tugging at her hair as if she might pull her brain out through her skull. I don't like this, but I can't switch it off. The girl's frail body shudders and her eyes grow large, but she does not sob. Instead, she smiles a sad smile, which looks to have been worn all too often. She will go to heaven, she told me. It's a place for good people, stillborn babies and childhood pets. And she was a good person. The girl then brightens to a mumble herself and fingers the hair that covers the jack in her head. The story sounds familiar. The Captain Von Trapp is very well known and respected. The poor dear lost his wife, and the children their mother. A child should not be without a mother, and a mother should not be without a child. Have you seen the Captain? I'm going to step away now. Yes, good. I need to rejoin the children. Oh, golly. Sorry, Simi. The phone rings. Well, that's interesting. It's an old obsolete phone booth. It's ringing. Pick up the receiver. Voice on phone. A monotone, pitch-adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. The Schockenweller's contract for this kits is no more. Aiduken is listed as a follow-up contact. This is our only secure line on this keys. Please listen to the following instruction carefully. You are a supporter of our cause. continue listening. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one you may find a request posted for specific information. If you can obtain a copy of this information, return here and submit via port below the receiver. We will verify authenticity of the information remotely and post undoctored copy of it onto the Matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for your sought-after information returned to this location. The line goes silent. I'll keep an eye out. The line remains silent. Hang up the receiver. Well, that was interesting, and oh, now this is... Huh. A bizarre monument towers before you. The top of the pedestal, the form of an angel stands, its outstretched wings looming over the small park, but the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears that the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small, grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Hello there, I'm Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Press 1, statue name. This is my tribute to Victory, the victory of anarchy. It is both a citation and parody of the statue we destroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it from the history of the something or other, or Goldels. Installation history. Isn't it obvious? This is a monument to the hubris of the Prussian state. Gets blown to bits, so someone takes a lot of the bits and builds a monument of the hubris of the anarchy. About the artist. I am the visionary Herbert Kunzel from the Lindenwürmer. You might know me from... Okay, well, there isn't much to know me for yet. But I'm in charge... I'm going to change all that. The art is born from misery, after all. Step away from the statue. Yes, definitely step away from the statue. Simi, are you okay? Can I bring you some food or something? Yeah, okay. So what's over here? Oh, there was a person. Zach Flash. This elf has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though he's been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arm, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf flexes his twinkling, bugged-out eyes on you and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, mein Fräulein. You here for some magic? Because Zach Flash, he gestures at himself in a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. Magic? Are you a street mage? Zach lets out a throaty, barking laugh. Street mage? Me? Do I look like a street mage to you? He shakes his head. His smile doesn't waver. He fishes a small bag of pills out of his back pocket and dangles it before you. No, chummer, I'm not a street mage. I've got the magic in my blood and the magic in these bags, but you won't catch old Zach studying out of any spellbooks. Okay, well, let's see what you got in that bag there. Oh, a little bit of everything. I got your Zen, your Hyper, your Nitro, your Nova Coke. If you want it, I've got it. Zach leans towards you and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I've even got special concoction of my own design, but I would recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. I've changed my mind. Toodles. Ooh, and what's over here? Near the photomat. The photo-automat. Triage cybernetics. Ew. Doctor... somewhere. As you approach the elf, you notice that he's in a mid-conversation. His lips move rapidly and his voice comes out in a low, quiet tone. The glossy plastic shell of high-grade comlink glints on his wrist. Step away and wait for him to finish. You step away from the doctor and wait for him to finish. Soon enough, he presses the button as comlink looks to you, $1 million smile on his face. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome to Triage Cybernetic. He extends a hand to you. I'm Dr. Xavier Esquivel. And your name is? Shake his hand. Aiduken. A pleasure. Pleased to meet you, Aiduken. What can I do for you? I want medical supplies, please. Because being a pure caster, I most certainly do not want any cybernetics. Because that would negatively affect my spell casting. Doop. Alright, so starting to look around this place a bit more. Oh, what's over here? Oh, another person! And another thing. You know what? I'm going to check this out first. Oh, and then a thing. Oh golly, so much stuff. Oh, another one of these. So this one seems to be not working. That's fine. Run, little dwarf girl, run! Okay. Let's go talk to this dude before we get out of range, and then we'll check out the thing that's over there. The Romani Patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age, his voice deep and resonant, and his breath heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Tavin, Boxtail Dwarf. You're here to conduct some business. If so, welcome to Metabak Arms and Ammunition. If not, keep on walking. I have cash and I need weapons. Show me what you got. Alright, yeah, tell me about your inventory. We have weapons from all across Europe. Ares, Zeska, Fischetti, you name it. If it can be found on the continent, it can be acquired by Metabek Arms. Tell me more about yourself. And I don't discuss family matters with customers, let alone strangers. It's nothing personal but the answer is no. Understood? Understood. You show me respect. This is good. He nods in approval. Now, unless you're here to take yours elsewhere, I'd get back to business. Show me your inventory. Woo! Outfits. Yay. Oh, armored clothing. Okay, that is definitely on the list of maybe. Good to know. Now, what is over here in the box? By the dancing lady. Ah, tip the dancer? I'm going to walk away from it. Actually, hold on. Let's be nice. 5 new yen. Let's see. Not much over here. I mean, obviously a garden, and that's nice. Now, where am I supposed to go? Ah, over here. I did not talk to this person. The dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you with a practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with a glare from a dozen triad screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German. Welcome to the Data Haven. Can I help you with something? Ah. I'm in the mood for something exotic. What kind of tech do you carry? Anything and everything. Need a new deck? Some software, perhaps? I'm your girl. Or maybe you're a rigger, like I am. Perhaps I can interest you in a new drone or two. That all sounds whiz to me. Let me see what you got. Ah, see, this is the Matrix career. Okay. Gotcha. And that's back to the... Just making sure I've looked about everywhere. Just making sure. Don't want to miss anything obvious. Like, oh no, there's that whole sector over there. Oh, hey! Taliskramer. Oh, talismans. Those are usually pretty good. The Talismonger Shop. Absinthe. Beautiful name. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and impossibly green. As she looks at you, you can see her irises flecked with iridescent gold. Hello and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something? As she smiles upon you, her eyes flex on you. A curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you've been floating on warm Colosseum. The gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden specks in her eyes begin to move. I'm going to look away. Marshalling your strength, you manage to avert your gaze, breaking absent stare. All at once, floating sensation dissipates, and your consciousness snaps back to normal state. What? What just happened? My fault and my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional, yes, but there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. Harmless? I don't think so. Step away from me, Elf. I want to... No harm done. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go stand in the corner for a while. Well, let's go talk to Algernon, then. Greetings, young dwarf. The elf voice smooth as silk and rich as clotted cream. Something about him instantly puts you at ease. I am Algernon Halfdream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop you will find only the finest of magical paraphernalia. Now tell me, how may I serve you? If you're selling, I'm buying? Show me your inventory. Outfits. There we go. That'll... Alright. Weapons. Aha! I got Power Bolt. Required Conjuring 1. Okay, I don't have that. Spells. And see, this is all Conjuring, which I don't do. Chi Casting, I do not... I also do not do. All of these are Summoning, which I do not do. But Spells. Spells. And I have these. Required Charisma 3, which I don't have. And those I cannot afford. Okay. Aim armor. Oh, let's see. Actually, let's confirm that. Put that on. Secure mage clothing. Okay, cool, cool. And I have heal wound and mana bolt. Okay. We'll confirm. Talk to Algernon again. There we go. Alright, so first off, sell this. And then we can go back to spells, which I have heal wound and something else. And power bolt, I see, okay. Power bolt, heal bolt, mana bolt, okay. I really should get a proper weapon. And of course, Conjuring 1. Acid Bolt. We'll see how that goes out. Let's see. Dispelling target's ongoing magical effect. Okay. Stream of acid that does ongoing damage. That's always nice. Distraction. Target transmit. Flamethrower. Aim. Armor. Weaken armor. I think I like the idea of weakening people's armor. There we go. Oh, I already have Power Bolt as a thing. Okay, yes. Confirm. Alright. I'll have to talk to the Romani about getting a proper gun instead of these throwing knives. But let's do what we were assigned to do. How's that? Cafe Chevet. Today's special is a caramel soy calf. John Goldschmidt. Hello, my friend. The voice that comes from the man in the chair is enormous as the owner. A deep, booming roar, dripping with unrestrained mirth. A fine day for a soy calf, yes? Yes, it certainly is a beautiful... From the back of the store, the voice of the shopkeep cuts you off. Don't mind the fool in the chair. He roars like a traumatized walrus, stewing all day in his own sweat. The man behind the bar glares at Goldschmidt, his upper lip curling in disgust. I tolerate him only because he takes his soy calf by the bucket. The Goldsmith responds to the recruit with a belly laugh. Apparently he finds the shopkeeper insults hilarious. Ah, Altong, mein Freunden. You are as quick-witted and sharp-tongued as ever. I bow to you. Are you going to put... Once again, the shopkeeper cuts it. To bow to me, you would first have to vacate your chair. The shopkeeper claps his hands together, clasping them from his chest. I shall summon a team of determined young men and an ox to assist in the task. With luck, you will be on your feet by nightfall. Goldschmidt smiles up at you, his eyes glinting. Even though this senseless bickering, you have approached me for a reason, yes? Tell me, What can Jan Goldschmidt do for you? Uh, why did you put up with those insults? Do you not have any pride? I put up with them because they amuse me. The fact that amuse me infatuates my dear friend, who in turn hurls more insults, and thus the cycle continues. It is 2 years now that I've been his customer. Yes, Elton? 2 years of soy calves and strained patience. Yes. And I remain happy, and Altunger makes money. An ideal business relationship. Sounds pretty healthy. Take care. And until next time, my friend. Well then. Man behind the counter looks right past you at the dog falling close behind. Dante, I'll fetch his water dish and perhaps coffee, friend? Yeah, soy calf, black. The Turk looks disgusted. Ah, a soy calf. He discs to himself. The man behind the counter has a broad smile and open demeanor and classic Turkish. Welcome, honored infant. Welcome. How can I serve you today? Would you like a cup of coffee? Coffee as in real coffee, not soy calf? Yes, for individuals of refined taste, I offer genuine bean coffee from my native Turkey. The cafe owner looks you in the eyes. Tone of his voice grows low and serious. This is top-shelf item, my friend. Not for the general public, only for those discerning connoisseurs who can properly appreciate it. I think I'm the sort who can appreciate it. Tell me about this Turkish coffee. It is hand-picked by my family in Turkey, a true delicacy of the Sixth World. It is considered luxury even before the Awakening, and when the bean coffee was everywhere, every street corner, they say. He leans in close, lowering his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Long hours into the shop have perfumed his body, and the commingled scents of coffee, incense, and applewood tobacco. Trust me, if your coffee experience has been limited to soy calf, you must not deny yourself this opportunity to see. You will see God. All right, you sold me. How much? Uh, this specialty item. Delivered at some cost. I cannot part for less than 50 new yen a cup. Deal. Very good. Is there anything more we can get you? Yes. Paul Amsel sends his regards. When he hears the Amsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and his accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take a knowing look. Ah, very good. Please express to Herr Amsel my appreciation of his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen to in the future, I'm always happy to provide. He tells me you're developing a menu for a friend of his, Herr Winters. I believe I want to hear about it. Paul's always pleased to send business your way. Herr Sir, I was wondering if you could discuss the details of this green winter order with me. Yes. The coffee shop owner offers you a smile. Of course, of course. Hamsel is too kind. He turns his head and calls him back through. Kami, come! A young woman bustles from the back of the room, her gum chewing loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. He spits something out in rapid-fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. I'll see you right away. Kami offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and hurries back into the room where she came from. My girl Kami is arranging to make contact with the chef as we speak. This will likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. While we wait, I wonder if you'd be so kind as to run a small errand for me. A trifle, really. I hate to trouble you, and I'm embarrassed to even ask, but you could do the most appreciative of your help. Of course, it's no trouble at all. His voice lowers to a whisper. The errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I have installed a number of data taps into Berlin's fiber optic network. As part of my civil duty, you understand. These taps provide the free matrix access for all those who live in the Kurzbazar. In order to maintain their anonymity, each tap's protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I simply wish for you to visit the data tap and reset it. That's it? No catch? There's no catch, I assure you. It's time-consuming and a bit tedious, nothing more. Just reset the taps and come back when you are finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around the neighborhood. First one is just outside. Look for a metal box and a yellow arrow painted atop it. By the time you return, I should have the information Herr Amsel requested. Excellent. Well, we'll just head outside, and here is where I will say thank you all for joining me. I hope you're enjoying my content as much as I'm enjoying making it for all of you. And you know I do because I put out a video every single day of the week. If you do like my stuff, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring with everyone you know. Because really, sharing is the best thing you do to help me out. And also, please do check out the links in my description down below. Most predominantly would be my Discord server. I'd love to make some more friends and see you all there. So anyway, thank you all for joining me, and I shall see you all next time.